It's a very exciting day for us, and at this time I'd like to introduce Clay Campbell and a special guest to announce a very special partnership here at the racetrack.
Thank you, Brooks. And before I introduce this gentleman to my left, we'd like to show you a video, give you an idea of what we're all about today. So, focus your attention on the screen.
First Data drives global commerce. A company born in the 70s begins its transformation in 2013. In the last 12 months, a new chapter, new innovations, new client focus, and new wins across all three segments and the enterprise.
I'd like to introduce Josh King, Global Head of Communications for First Data. And Josh, let's unveil this thing. We're proud to announce that for the next 3 years, through 2020, our fall Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series event will be the First Data 500. So this is an exciting day for all of us. I think everybody with First Data, their team, as well as our team, has been looking forward to this day. This has been in the works for quite some time, so this is a culmination of a lot of hard work and excitement and enthusiasm, and it's great to see the enthusiasm that both teams have shown, and to have a company like First Data, who is obviously what you saw on the video, a global technology leader in payment technology. So for them to be a part of Martinsville Speedway for our next three years is pretty exciting.
We are so honored to be here. On behalf of our Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, Frank Bisignano, I want to express our humble gratitude of being welcomed into the Martinsville and Henry County family. My acknowledgments as well to all the elected officials who are here. You guys have already been outstanding partners, as Clay mentioned, over the last months, really going back to the beginning of our relationship at the Goodies Fast Relief 500 a year ago. We are proud to plant a stake in the ground for 3 years with you at least, and to join the NASCAR family. And I think what you do with your fans here in Martinsville and what we do with our small business owners and merchants who sell products every day, they're not selling a product, they're selling a memory. So it is great to be in business with you and with NASCAR and to be launching the First Data 500.
Thank you, Josh. We really look forward to it. I think our paths parallel one another with First Data, the thought process you have behind that, and Frank, their CEO, is done. I have the utmost respect for his leadership with First Data, and you and your team. The short period of time that we have dealt with you, we're looking forward to we've got a 3-year agreement now. I think that's going to go much further, and we're excited about it. I can say this is probably the most exciting announcement we've had in a long time with an entitlement partner. Just everybody is so enthused about it, and like you say, you're probably the biggest sponsor that nobody knows about, but just about everybody in this room, you're touching First Data just about every day of your life. Game. So one thing I'd like to do, I think in one of our meetings, Josh was mentioned something about the grandfather clock. Mm-hmm. Let's step over here to the corner. I got something to show you. As you all know, the winner of the races here get a grandfather clock, the most cherished and coveted trophy in all of motorsports. So this is what they'll be receiving.
Wow. So Richard Petty has 15 of these? That's awesome.
Yep. Pretty cool.
All right, at this time I'd like to open it up for any questions for Josh or Clay. We'll start with Charles Rourke.
Clay, how does a deal like this get put together?
Well, actually started, like Josh said, they were here last year for the Goodies Fast Relief 500, and we had a conversation, and Frank and I started talking, and some of his team, and it just went from there. I made a trip to New York and met with Frank, and Sam Liturgy has been very instrumental in putting this deal together. So it's just, I think I think they appreciated what they saw when they were here, and I certainly appreciate what they do in their world. And we were just fortunate to combine the two and put this thing together. Things don't always happen that way, but in this case, I think there was a mutual respect among both companies.
There's something magical about Henry County and Martinsville and the Blue Ridge in autumn. And it was a particularly beautiful day last October, and I think Frank showed up quite early while the pace car was still doing some practice laps and got to drive around. And I think he and Clay sat down in his office and looked each other in the eye and thought, well, this is great that we have our name on Jamie's car, but wouldn't it be great to have it on the stadium as well? So that's how that really began.
Yeah, this is our Clover Flex, our newest device that I think it was mentioned in the video. This is part of a suite. So we have a number of form factors that comply with what the merchant and business environment is like and what their needs are. But all of them are smart, meaning that they're open platform from a technology perspective, and they contain the ability to be on a be part of a market, an app market, an application market, which includes about 250 business applications, and therefore small and medium businesses to improve productivity and the like.
From that mini Clover Go device, which is no bigger than than this, which would allow anyone who is getting into business to take a payment if they run a hunting or fishing guide service, or maybe they're one of the entrepreneurs along the highway outside of Martinsville selling a day's worth of parking. You can get into business doing that with a small Clover device, fully up to the scenario that you saw on the video at CenturyLink Stadium, where we've got several hundred Clovers deployed all around the stadium that are taking care of every transaction for every piece of Seahawks merchandise or food or and beverage around the stadium. So it really does service the needs of any kind of small, medium, large business owner.